Hey, what's up? If you're watching this right now, you probably already know that a traditional job isn't cutting it anymore. The S&P 500 is up 2.3% this month, sure, but that's not keeping pace with the cost of living for most people. Here's the thing though. While everyone's obsessing over day trading crypto or flipping houses, there are five side hustles quietly generating six and seven-figure annual incomes that almost nobody talks about. And the best part? Most of them didn't exist at scale 5 years ago. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which one fits your skill set, and you'll have the actionable steps to start this week. Let's go. Before we jump in, I want to be crystal clear about something. We're in July 2026, and the market environment is shifting. We've got chipmakers dragging down the NASDAQ futures. SK Hynix just tanked 10% in pre-market trading. We've got geopolitical tensions affecting sentiment, and people are getting nervous. This is actually the perfect time to diversify your income, because relying on a single paycheck or investment portfolio when volatility is spiking is basically financial roulette. That's why side hustles right now aren't just about extra cash. They're about building actual resilience into your financial life. Let's talk about the first one: AI prompt engineering and optimization. Now, I know what you're thinking, isn't that dead? No, actually, it's evolved. What was prompt engineering 2 years ago has matured into something way more sophisticated. Companies are paying serious money. We're talking $2,000 to $5,000 per project for people who can write prompts that generate production-ready output for specific use cases. Think about it. A SaaS company needs to train their customer service team on how to use AI tools effectively. A marketing agency needs someone who can consistently generate brand-aligned content using Claude, ChatGPT, or proprietary models. A law firm needs prompts that extract relevant case information from documents with 99% accuracy. The skill here isn't just knowing how to talk to an AI, it's understanding the business outcome. It's knowing that a vague prompt will waste 30 hours of iteration when a precisely structured one gets it right in 2 attempts. Companies right now are using platforms like Upwork and Fiverr to find these people, but the real money is in direct relationships. You target 5 to 10 companies in one vertical, let's say e-commerce or B2B SaaS. You position yourself as the person who knows how to extract value from their AI tools, and you charge retainer fees. 2 clients at $2,500 a month is $5,000 in recurring revenue. 3 clients is $7,500. That's material income, and it's built on a skill you can learn in 2 weeks of focused study. Here's how you start. Pick one AI platform and become obsessed with its capabilities. Pick one industry vertical where you have existing knowledge or interest. Then create 3 to 5 case study projects that show concrete business outcomes. Document the exact prompts, the results, and the business impact. Screenshot everything. When you reach out to companies, you lead with the case study, not with your resume. You say, I increase content throughput by 300% for an e-commerce brand using optimized prompt structures. Here's what we did. That's how you get paid. Number 2, specialized data annotation and training. The AI boom is real, but it requires massive amounts of human-reviewed data. Companies building AI models need people who can label data, verify outputs, and train models with domain-specific knowledge. The difference between a 15-an-hour Mechanical Turk gig and a 50-an-hour specialized annotation job is expertise. If you're a radiologist who knows medical imaging, you can annotate medical AI training data at premium rates. If you're a CPA, you can label financial documents and verify that tax AI is working correctly. If you've got 5 years of supply chain experience, you can train inventory forecasting models. Platforms like Scale AI, Labelbox, and Surge are actively recruiting specialized annotators right now in July 2026. The work is remote, flexible, and the pay scales with your domain expertise. What we're seeing is that companies are willing to pay 3x to 5x more for annotators with actual industry experience because the quality of training data directly impacts model performance, and model performance directly impacts their bottom line. A specialized annotator doing 20 hours a week can easily hit $2,000 to $3,000 monthly, and the time commitment is completely flexible. You log in when you want, you do the work, you get paid. No calls, no meetings, no politics. The entry point here is different, though. You need to own your expertise publicly. Create a LinkedIn post or two showing your domain knowledge. Share a case study or two about how careful data quality impacts outcomes. Then apply to these platforms with a focused resume that emphasizes domain expertise, not just availability. When you're qualified, they'll bump you to their premium annotator pools, and the opportunities get significantly better. Number 3 is something most people completely sleep on: niche community moderation and management. Communities are booming right now. Discord servers, Slack communities, membership sites, exclusive Telegram groups. There are hundreds of online communities managing thousands of members who desperately need infrastructure. They need moderation. They need someone to run engaging activities. They need community strategy. And the people running these communities are often entrepreneurs or creators who are terrible at community management. This is their blind spot. We're talking about communities in high-value niches: crypto traders, real estate investors, SaaS founders, copywriting enthusiasts, fitness enthusiasts, personal development. A founder with a 2,000-person community that's generating $50,000 monthly in subscription revenue will absolutely pay $2,500 to $3,000 monthly for someone who can manage that community, run events, handle disputes, onboard new members, and create engagement infrastructure. They're not even thinking about it because they're focused on product. But the health of the community directly impacts churn and retention, which impacts revenue. How you do this: identify 5 to 10 communities and niches you actually care about. Join them as a member. Observe the founder and the community. Notice the problems. Notice what's not being done well. Then you reach out directly to the founder and say something like, "I've been a member for 3 months. I notice you've built something really valuable here, but community management is clearly not your strength. I specialize in this. Here's what I'd do differently." Then you propose a 30-day trial for a set fee, focused on specific metrics: engagement rates, member satisfaction, retention. If you deliver, you scale it into a retainer. The beautiful thing about this hustle is that once you've built one community, you can systematize it. You're doing similar work across multiple communities. You can eventually hire other people to help you execute. This has 1099 scalability built in. I know someone who's managing 7 communities right now and hitting $18,000 monthly. She works about 25 hours a week because she systematized the processes. Number 4, fractional CFO services for small businesses. This one requires a bit more expertise, but if you've got accounting knowledge, a finance background, or you're seriously willing to learn financial statements and business metrics, this is a goldmine. Most small businesses with $500,000 to $5 million in revenue need financial leadership. They need someone who understands cash flow, who can build models, who can advise on pricing strategy, who can talk to their accountant and translate what the numbers mean. They don't need a full-time CFO. They can't afford one. But they absolutely need fractional CFO services. We're in July 2026, and small business owners are getting serious about profitability. The market environment is choppy. They're asking harder questions about margins, about customer acquisition costs, about unit economics. A fractional CFO charging $2,000 to $5,000 monthly per client can build a 6-figure practice with just 3 to 5 clients. You're meeting with them once or twice monthly. You're reviewing their financials. You're answering questions. You're flagging issues and opportunities. You're building annual budgets and forecasts. The skill set matters here. You should be comfortable reading and interpreting financial statements. You should understand basic business metrics: gross margin, customer lifetime value, payback period, cash conversion cycle. You should be able to use tools like QuickBooks, FreshBooks, or Stripe dashboards. You should be able to have intelligent conversations about pricing, unit economics, and growth strategy. If you've got that skill set, or you're willing to acquire it, there are CFO certification programs that take 3 to 6 months. This is a legitimate business line. You start by offering fractional CFO services to businesses you already know or in an industry you understand. You price it at $2,000 to $3,500 monthly for a 3-month trial. You focus on creating massive clarity and identifying 1 or 2 quick wins. Show the business owner that working with you generates concrete value. Maybe you help them identify a pricing opportunity that increases margin by 5%, or you help them clean up their accounting so they actually know their profitability. After the trial, they stay, and you add more clients. And the fifth one, which is particularly interesting right now, premium content licensing and syndication. Here's what's happening in 2026. Creators are producing tons of content, but they're only distributing it through one or two channels. A YouTuber has 50,000 subscribers, and they're posting one video a week. But that same content, recut, reframed, optimized, could work on TikTok, Instagram Reels, LinkedIn, Twitter, podcasts, newsletters. Instead of creating 5 pieces of content, smart creators are creating one premium piece and licensing it across multiple platforms. Here's the play. You become the person who takes a creator's best content and adapts it for other platforms. A coach with a YouTube channel produces a 15-minute video on sales psychology. You take that video, extract the key insights, recut it into 5 TikTok videos, write it up as a LinkedIn article, create an email sequence, develop podcast clips, and pitch it to relevant newsletters for syndication. The coach pays you $500 to $2,000 for the service. The content gets exponentially more reach. Multiple platforms are making money off the same intellectual property. The tools for this are straightforward. Descript for transcription and editing, CapCut for video editing, Canva for graphics. The skill is understanding platform algorithms and audience preferences. A TikTok version isn't just a shorter YouTube version. It's a different narrative structure, different pacing, different opening hook. A LinkedIn post isn't just text. It's a story formatted for the LinkedIn algorithm with strategic line breaks and engagement prompts. A podcast clip isn't just audio. It's extracted, contextualized, and packaged with show notes. You start by targeting 5 to 10 creators in one niche who are under-distributing their content. You pitch them a service where you handle all distribution. You take 30% to 50% of the syndication revenue, or you charge a flat fee. The creators win because they get more reach without more work. You win because you're getting paid to produce content that can be distributed across platforms. The platforms win because they get quality content from multiple sources. So here's the real question. Which of these 5 actually fits your situation? If you've got technical skills and you're comfortable with AI tools, prompt engineering or data annotation is your lane. If you're community-oriented and you like managing people, community management scales. If you've got a finance background, fractional CFO services have the highest earning potential and stickiest clients. If you're a content person and you understand platform dynamics, content licensing is where you move the needle. Pick one. Just one. Get good at it. Then layer in a second one once you've got the first one generating consistent income. The reason these work in 2026 specifically is that they all solve real problems that didn't exist 2 or 3 years ago, or they solve them in ways that are newly possible. AI adoption is creating demand for prompt engineering expertise that didn't exist before. AI training requires massive amounts of human-reviewed data. Communities have become distribution channels and businesses in their own right. Small business owners are under-resourced on financial leadership, and they're getting serious about profitability because market conditions are tightening. And content distribution has become so complex that creators need specialists. Here's my challenge for you. In the next 7 days, pick one of these 5 and spend 5 hours researching it. Find 3 companies or creators doing it successfully. Identify one specific opportunity where you could provide that service. Then reach out. Not with a sales pitch, with a genuine offer to help. Hey, I noticed you're doing X. I specialize in Y. Here's what I'd do differently. Want to try it for 30 days? That's how you start. That's how you build a side hustle that matters. If this video helped you, please hit that subscribe button. The algorithm loves when you subscribe because it tells YouTube that this content is valuable. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these 5 you're going to try first. I read every single comment, and I reply to as many as I can. We're building a community here of people who are serious about financial independence, and I want to know what's actually working for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.